UMTV News. Israel launches a deadly strike targeting Hamas's leadership in Qatar. We will have details.
Plus, President Trump announces the plan to host next year's G20 summit at his Doral resort not far from campus.
And later on, underdog USF shocks number 13 Florida as the team now heads to Miami for the Canes Challenge.
These stories and more ahead on UMTV News.
It starts right now. Good afternoon and welcome to UMTV News. I'm Tyron Jacobs.
And I'm Hannah Mackey. Thank you for joining us. This morning, a fatal attack by Israel in Qatar's interior ministry known as Hamas Residential Headquarters. While Israel aimed to target Hamas leadership, the attack failed and instead resulted in the death of the son of a leader and a top aide. The Trump administration criticized the bombing.
Unilaterally bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation and close ally of the United States that is working very hard and bravely taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals.
While there has been talk of a deal to end the Gaza war, this attack has the potential to alter the diplomatic balance and potential of a hostage deal and ceasefire.
Since deploying the National Guard to Washington, D.C., President Trump has repeatedly said his administration could target Chicago next. Last Thursday, lawmakers from both cities were outspoken about federal troops in their towns. Chicago is bracing for potential National Guard activity. Officials in Illinois say they hear troops will be in Chicago by the weekend.
Trying like hell to keep them away.
I do understand that there's a level of anxiety that does exist in our city.
This week, President Trump warned of a troop deployment to Chicago, much like what's happened in Washington, D.C. D.C. residents and lawmakers held a rally at the Capitol Thursday to call for an end to the federal takeover.
When I say free, you say D.C. Free! D.C. Free! D.C.
Washington, D.C. officials are now suing the Trump administration over the deployment.
Trump's militarization of D.C. has nothing to do with public safety and everything to do with terror and intimidation.
The lawsuit filed Thursday by D.C.'s Attorney General claims troops are illegally acting as local police by patrolling neighborhoods and carrying out searches and arrests.
It's no secret he's targeting our immigrant neighbors and black kids, specifically black boys. That is dangerous. That is dehumanizing.
The lawsuit also accuses the president of violating the Constitution and federal law by sending troops in without consent from local leaders. The White House claims the lawsuit is an attempt to undermine Trump's efforts to crack down on crime in the nation's capital.
If you look at Washington, D.C. 3 weeks ago, it was the same or worse, and now it's considered a totally safe zone.
Trump has warned other Democrat-led U.S. cities like Baltimore, New Orleans, and New York City to take notice. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has promised that if troops are activated in Chicago, legal action will follow.
Congress has released documents from the estate of Jeffrey Epstein, including a note allegedly written by President Trump addressed to Epstein on his 50th birthday. Trump has repeatedly denied writing the letter that was released by the House Oversight Committee on Monday. Democrats on the committee say the signature was first reported by the Wall Street Journal in July. That article claims old images circulating online of Trump's signature resemble the signature on the letter. The president is suing the Wall Street Journal for defamation for $10 billion. The committee also released Epstein's last will and testament and an address book. Officials say some lawmakers plan to force a vote on a measure that would release the full documents related to Epstein. That measure would require 218 signatures.
Next year, leaders of the world's largest economies will be gathering at President Trump's Doral Golf Club in the Miami area. Trump had previously planned to host a G7 summit at the resort in 2020, but dropped the idea following criticism of the plans. He said he will not be making any money on it.
It's going to be a very exciting thing to host the G20. And as we celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary next year, the United States will have the honor of hosting exactly that, the G20 summit right here in America for the first time in nearly 20 years.
Trump also said he would welcome Russian President Putin and Chinese President Xi to the G20 summit if they would like to attend. Trump also said he would not be attending this year's G20 summit in South Africa. Vice President J.D. Vance will be going instead. This will be the first time a U.S. president will be absent from the summit since they started meeting at the head of state level in 2008.
Florida will no longer require vaccinations in public schools, a step no other state has taken in U.S. history. The measure was announced last week by State Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo, who says the motivation is to, quote, make America healthy again. This decision raises fear among parents as vaccinations are proven to prevent the spread of diseases such as polio, whooping cough, or measles in public schools across the state.
As the cost of living is on the rise, families are being forced to make difficult decisions. Some of those decisions could mean letting go of their furry friends to alleviate expenses. Penelope Gilbert is live with more on how this is impacting local shelters. Penelope?
Yeah, Taryn, the rise in cost of living isn't just affecting your rent and your groceries, but it's also impacting pet expenses. And in turn, shelters are becoming overcrowded. It's no secret that the cost of living in America is rising. But for pet owners, that reality brings an added challenge. A Bank of America Institute report found that since 2019, prices of services like grooming and veterinary care have gone up 42%. Because of this, animal shelters across the country have seen a sharp increase in animals being surrendered. Director of Miami-Dade Animal Services, Annette Jose, says that their shelter is bursting at the seams.
We are a shelter that has a capacity for 350 dogs. Today we have 572 dogs.
And with a surge of pets being surrendered to the already overcrowded shelter, Jose aims to keep pets in homes.
We try as much as possible to give them resources to keep their pet or ask them to please keep it for another week or two while we together find another home for that pet.
Organizations like Friends of Miami Animals are providing pet services at little to no cost across Miami-Dade County. For instance, this truck is a vet office on wheels serving pet owners in underprivileged communities. Jose says that these resources, along with volunteers, have the power to make all the difference in not only keeping pets out of the shelter, but also in filling an animal's life with some love.
We don't have enough staff to walk the dogs twice or 3 times a day. Volunteers coming here and walking them, playing with them, providing cuddle sessions, those are the things that really impact our shelter pets.
Miami-Dade Animal Services are always looking for more volunteers. So to learn how you can get involved, send an email to volunteerasd@miamidade.gov. Reporting live for UMTV, I'm Penelope Gilbert.
Thank you, Penelope. Still ahead on UMTV News.
Pope Leo announces 2 new saints, one being the youngest in the Vatican's history.
Plus, a local nonprofit is giving underprivileged children a community with after-school activities. We'll be right back after a quick break.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
No way.
No way. No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
An Italian teenager who died 19 years ago has become the Catholic Church's first millennial saint. Carlos Acutis is the name of the young man who died in 2006 of leukemia at only 15 years old. During his life, Acutis created a website to document miracles and spread his faith, and that earned him the nickname God's Influencer. After he died, many were at the Vatican to see the ceremony on Sunday. This was the first canonization presided by Pope Leo.
Learning does not stop after the students leave the classroom. Extracurricular activities, sports, and mentoring programs also teach children important skills and life lessons. And one organization in Miami-Dade found a way to combine different areas of learning for children who may not have had the same opportunities elsewhere.
Well, Hannah, many after-school activities can be costly, making it difficult for underprivileged kids in Miami to participate. But this nonprofit offers plenty of interactive programs in STEM, sports, and the arts for young kids in Miami-Dade at no cost. In the heart of Coral Gables is a place where young students can find a home away from home. An organization built on community with the goal of strengthening youth academic, social, and developmental success.
What we do is we introduce the students to STEM through hands-on activities, and so it's really just about getting them excited about learning and getting them to know that their curiosity is a good thing.
The Home Team is an after-school program devoted to the development of young students with an emphasis on immersive learning. Since it opened in 2015, the nonprofit has helped more than 6,000 kids, and it all started with Miami native Alex Poe.
What we're really trying to do is occupy kids' free times and help them make informed decisions during that time. So it doesn't matter if it's our jiu-jitsu component, if our STEM component, homework help, cultural component. We want to provide an opportunity to connect with these kids and kind of open their eyes to new possibilities.
With a lot of organizations, especially as they get really large, they tend to lose that personal connection to the people they work with. But I don't see that at all in the Home Team. With Coach Poe, for example, when he walks through the halls, he knows the kids and he says hi to them and stuff like that. It goes back to connectedness that they have with everyone that I think really sets them unique to the rest.
Forming real, genuine relationships with the students, its volunteers, and the surrounding community is the foundational pillar that the Home Team stands on.
I played football for a while, and that's how I met Coach Poe. And so when I stopped playing football, I was looking for things to do. And so I decided to get involved. I think he's a really wonderful community leader. He's just really open to new ideas and he's open to helping you out. He's just one of those people that will do the right thing and they will help you. So it's just really cool to have that type of support.
Right now I'm on the executive support team for Hurricane Capital. Alex actually introduced me to Chris Napoli, the founder, directly, so that's how I got that opportunity there. Meeting Alex really pushed me and got me into doors that I never would have thought I would have gotten into before, like working for a hedge fund. I would take the Home Team as one of the best experiences I've had in my life. If I could join that program again, I would recommend it to anyone.
The Home Team expands further than the programs it provides. It's a community, a family.
It's like having another child, and there's a huge connection that you end up creating with these children. So it's incredibly rewarding. Some of our kids been there for their graduation from high school and college. It's really neat to see the actual difference you're making.
Do you guys know Alex?
Yeah, he is my friend.
Or you know you're going to be part of their family, and they're going to be part of your family for the rest of your lives.
The Home Team plans to celebrate its 10-year anniversary with the masquerade on October 25th. To learn all about the work that the Home Team has done for its South Florida community or to become a volunteer, visit www.thehometeam.org. Live from Coral Gables, Delaney Haddad, UMTV.
Thank you, Delaney. And finally, if you like surprises and good deals, a new store in Sunrise may be your new obsession. Super Bins is a resale store in Sawgrass Mills Mall that is helping customers save money. Every week, the store restocks giant bins with returned or overstocked items from major retailers like Amazon, Target, and Walmart. The new shipments come in on Friday and everything is $12, dropping $2 each day until the following Thursday when everything is $1. This means customers are finding expensive items like iPads, cameras, and other electronics for $12 or less.
I think it's a lot of fun. There's a lot going on. You could find anything, which can be overwhelming for a lot of people, but I think it's exciting.
It's some smart idea, to be honest, but I wouldn't waste my whole day here. Like, I would rather just pay more and get it somewhere else.
Superbin's new storefront is drawing in curious crowds and receiving mixed reviews. The budget-friendly store is now open in the city of Sunrise for customers looking for a challenge and possibly a good deal.
Okay, I think I know where I'm taking my next trip this weekend.
Yeah, I would love to find a $12 iPad.
That would be amazing, but it does look a little messy on the inside. Probably hard to find things.
That's true, I agree.
Well, that is all the time we have for this edition of UMTV News. Thank you for joining us.
We will be back next Tuesday at the same time. Have a good night.
Somebody was suggesting to dump out of the package earlier. I'm like, what?
Well, that doesn't work.
So that's the last option. I heard that. I was like, I was wondering what you were saying. No, that's not an option.
Yeah,
I did not even cross my mind to think that because come on.
No, I was thinking for sure it was something else. I was not.
Dump out of the package.
Dump out of the package is crazy.
Screw it.